Good morning and good evening to all. And I welcome you to the 12th Swadhyaya series. And it is my immense pleasure to invite Tanvi from Canada, who has been trained under Pradeep sir's guidance as a mindfulness teacher. And she will be speaking about the journey and teachings of Buddha. So I welcome you, Tanvi. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rashmi. Hello, everyone. First of all, thanks to you, Rashmi, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And thank you all for coming here. My name is Tanvi. I'm from Canada. And my today's master I chose is Gautam Buddha. So why I chose Gautam Buddha is because his teachings I feel are timeless and they are incredibly profound. And even though he spoke like I think thousands of years ago, but still his wisdom is perhaps even more relevant today. What deeply impacts me is how clearly he pointed out that all our attachments finally lead to suffering, and that this suffering arises from our own endless trishna, means our own desires. He showed us that world we live is in full of illusion like Maya, which keeps us bound. Even when we are intellectually able to understand life is kind of drama, we still feel its pull. So Buddha's life journey is deeply inspiring to me because it shows a complete transformation from his own transformation from comfort to truth, from ignorance to awareness. So he was born as a prince and surrounded by so much luxury, wealth, comfort, everything that most people spend their lives chasing. Yet, despite having everything, he realized that outer comfort cannot remove inner suffering. This realization itself is powerful, and it teaches me that true peace does not come from outside. What inspires me even more is his compassion. He did not leave his family because he loved them less, but because he loved all humanity more. So his life taught me courage and helped me understand that attachments and desires all we should let go of, and we should understand that our own trishna, our own endless desires are leading to our own suffering. So today I am going to talk about the great master and his life story. So let me share a presentation. Let me know, Rashmi, if you can see my screen or not.
Yes, yes, we can.
You're able to see?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And the present mode or not? Okay. So
If you can do full slide, if possible, that will be nice.
actually, I'm doing full
Mm.
slide, but it's not going into the presentation mode.
Okay, no problem.
Let me just.
Down, if you see, another option is the down extreme
That
right. That's not active.
No, that's not active. That's what I'm wondering why it's not
Okay,
active.
no problem.
Um, let me see if I can do doing slideshow, but still it's not working. Hmm.
No problem, no problem. You can increase the PPT size maybe to 100% or 150% maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, this is better. Yeah.
Better? Yeah, because I think presenter's view is blocked. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. So let's start. You said this one?
Yeah, 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 that's better.
Okay. Okay, so first we will start with his birth and how everything happened. Like he was born on a full moon in May 623 BC. A prince was born in Lumbini near Kapilavastu, and his father's name was King Shuddhodana, and the ruler of Shakya clan. Mother's name was Queen Mahamaya. So, according to Buddhist tradition, when Buddha was born, he took 7 steps. So, as soon as he was born, he took 7 steps, and that steps, when he took the steps, a lotus flower appeared beneath each step. So the lotus flower symbolizes the purity and the spiritual awakening, and the seventh step represent the journey from ignorance to enlightenment and symbolize the qualities such as purity, compassion, wisdom, courage. After taking the 7 steps, Buddha is said to have proclaimed that above the heavens and below the heavens, I am I am alone, the world honored one, and this is my last birth. So that is how, for as soon as he was born, he announced that this was his last birth. These words does not express that he was in some kind of pride, but it symbolizes that the awakened nature within all beings and the completion of the cycle of rebirth. But sadly, after he was born, his mother passed away just in 7 days. After that, he was raised by his aunt, Mahaprajapati Gautami, who loved and cared for him like her own child. When Prince Siddhartha was born, the whole kingdom celebrated the joy. One of the yogis named Asita came to see the baby. When the king held him up, the baby's feet touched Asita's head, surprising everyone. And it was very surprising because Asita started crying. And because the king asked him, "Why are you crying?" Then the Asita said that he realized that the child would grow up to be a Buddha and he would not live long enough to learn from him. So that's why he was crying. Another remarkable incident happened in his childhood during a plowing festival organized by the king. The young prince was left under a rose apple tree while everyone enjoyed the celebration. Instead of joining the fun, the child sat quietly, focused on his breath, and entered a deep meditation. Even at this young age, he experienced his first meditative ecstasy. When the caretakers returned, they were amazed to see him so calm and concentrated. The king and caretakers were amazed by his deep meditation. So King Suddhodana, wanting his son to follow him as a ruler rather than a spiritual seeker, strictly ordered that the prince be shielded from any knowledge of human suffering. King actually knew that he was going to be a yogi or he will be raised as a very good ruler, but the chances were he was going to be a big Buddha. So king always tried to protect him. Siddhartha was raised in total luxury, surrounded by everything pleasant to keep him attached to the material world, a strategy that would eventually prompt his search for truth. King Suddhodana shielded his son Siddhartha to prevent him from becoming a wandering holy man and to ensure that he would become a powerful emperor. So he tried everything, he had all the luxuries and everything, but then what happened? So the strategy was to live a sheltered life, to keep him in all kind of wealth and property and good luxuries. So what was done that he was given a total seclusion. Siddhartha was confined to palace grounds and removal of suffering. Like the king ensured that no sight of old age, sickness, poverty, or death was allowed in prince's presence. He was always kept in a joyful state. He was surrounded by wealth, youth, beautiful people, and continuous entertainment. And Siddhartha was married to Yashodhara and given luxuries in the hope that he would remain attached to the sensual world. That was king's mission. So let's see then what happened. With the march of time, gradually what happened that once Prince's curiosity led him to venture outside at the palace at the age of 29. And as soon as he went out, he saw four visions, four sights. What were the four sights? The first sight was as an old man. What the old man revealed? It revealed the fragility of aging, like we all age. Second sight was a sick man who was very sick, and it revealed to him that illness always comes. Third was a corpse, which revealed to him that how many luxuries you live, whatever you do, still there is death. And the fourth was a wandering ascetic, revealing a path to seek liberation from all these sufferings. So these experiences shattered the illusion of the king he had built, leading Siddhartha to realize that suffering is an unavoidable part of life. Ultimately, we all have to go through death. We all have to go through certain kind of suffering. So he thought to leave the palace and to find a solution. So Prince Siddhartha witnessed these four sights outside his palace, and that revealed to him the nature of human suffering. He understood suffering from all this. So see, when Siddhartha saw an elder man who is bent over, frail, teaching him that youth is going to be temporary and aging is unavoidable. Second sight was sickness, where he saw an ill person suffering, showing him that the body is always going to have some pain and illness. The third sight was death, and he saw that a corpse being carried away for cremation, forcing him to realize that all living things must die, no matter what. And the fourth sight was a holy man, a monk, gave him hope that it was possible to find freedom from suffering. So then what happened? The great departure. At the moment of leaving his family, Prince felt very deep love and compassion for his wife and his child. At the moment of leaving, Gautam Buddha actually was very close to his son, very close to his wife, but his mission for humanity, for suffering humanity, was bigger. He was not worried about their future comfort because he knew that they had everything they needed. At midnight, he left the palace, accompanied by loyal one of his charioteer. He set out alone, penniless, without anything with him. But his compassion for all suffering of people was greater. It was not that he loved his family less, but he chose love for all. And then the next comes renunciation. So, how he took the renunciation. This renunciation was unique, not like an old man leaving a life behind, not like a poor man, but a young prince full of wealth, full of comfort, giving everything up. He was 29 years old when he made his historic journey into renunciation. He felt that teaching others without perfecting himself first would be like a blind leading a blind. So he continued in his own path of self perfection. Even after learning from teachers, he learned from teachers to teachers. Gautama Buddha went from one teacher to other teacher. He learned from many teachers. But still, he felt that his search for highest truth was not complete. He continued on his own path of self perfection. He had mastered his mind, but his goal was beyond mental concentration. He was seeking nibbana, that means enlightenment, complete end of suffering. What is enlightenment? It is complete end of suffering, total freedom from all the craving. So, feeling dissatisfied with his existing teachers, he went from one teacher to another teacher. He spent 6 years searching and even practiced severe asceticism, hoping to find answers through physical deprivation. However, he eventually realized that such extreme practices were not leading him to understanding the truth. He then came to understanding that neither indulgence in luxury nor self inflicted hardship could provide the answers he was searching for. Enlightenment, he concluded, can only be gained by a balanced approach, which we call a middle way. When he abandoned his rigorous practices, feeling so weak, he accepted milk and rice offered by a village girl named Sujata. This helped him regain his strength for next stage of his journey, and the middle way became the cornerstone stone of his teaching. And one night, Siddharth Gautama sat under a bodhi tree and made a strong decision that whatever happens, I will not get up until I find the truth. During the night, his meditation became deeper and deeper. In the first part of night, he saw his past lives. He understood that life is a cycle of birth, suffering, death, and again we take birth again. In the second part, he saw actions, karma, that affect his life. He understood that good and bad actions decide our future. In the third part of night, he discovered the four noble truths that life has suffering, there is a cause, it can end, and there is a path to end it. With this deep understanding, he became free from suffering and reached nirvana. As the morning star appeared, Siddhartha became the Buddha, the awakened one. After his suffering, after his everything he'd done, he decided to teach others so that they could too become free from this suffering. His first teaching shared the path to peace, to leading to happiness. The morning star rose, Siddhartha became the Buddha. He now clearly understood life, suffering, and the path to freedom. For some weeks, he stayed in deep meditation, reflecting on his truth. He gave his first teaching to five of his old companions at Sarnath. There he explained the four noble truths and the path to end suffering. Buddha's enlightenment was not just for himself, it was for others, it worked like a light of hope and compassion for the whole world. So next we will see what were his teachings. Gautam Buddha gave his first Dhamma talk shortly after his enlightenment, and his first teaching he talked about the four noble truths, the middle path. So what are the four noble truths? The truth of suffering, that is dukkha, the cause of suffering, that is samudaya, end of suffering, that is nirodha, and path to end the suffering, that is magga. So he says that suffering comes, life always includes suffering, pain, dissatisfaction, stress, unhappiness. Even good things don't last, so they also bring discomfort at the end of the day. Second was samudaya, means the cause of suffering. The cause of suffering, according to him, is the craving and attachment, our own trishnas, wanting things to be in a certain way, holding on, and resisting the reality. Then he talked about nirodha, the end of suffering. Can end by letting go of the craving, which we constantly hold on to the cravings. And when we let go of this craving, we can find some inner peace and freedom. And fourth was magga, the path to end suffering. There is a path which leads to end the suffering, that is called the eightfold path, which we know: right understanding, right thoughts, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right efforts, right mindfulness, right concentration. So he talked about the noble eight path. The first was the right view, seeing life very clearly. He says to see life very clearly, understand that everything we have is going to change. No matter what you do, it is going to change. And he also said that attachments causes suffering. First, we have to view the truth of life, that every attachment will bring us suffering. Second, he talked about right intentions. Intentions, he says that always keep your intentions pure, because your intentions are creating your own reality. So he always said that choose kindness, let go of any anger, any greed, and there should be no harm done to anyone, not even animals. He always talked about ahimsa, right speech. He said that words are our power. So to speak truthfully, gently, avoid saying any lies. He also said no gossiping and no hurtful words should be spoken. Right action: do what is right. Don't harm others. Act with honesty and always act with respect. Right livelihood: earn in a fair way, ethical way, not in wrong ways. Your income should always come in a right way, and it should not harm anyone, any people, and your work should not harm any person in the world. So don't harm people or the world through your work. Right effort: make effort to remove any negative habits every day. He said to work on yourself and remove any negative habits, any negative patterns, whatever you have, and develop positive ones. Right mindfulness: to stay aware, observing our own thoughts every day, being mindful, observing our emotions, observing what actions we are taking, and always trying to stay in the present moment. Right concentration: train your mind and develop focus through meditation and inner stillness. So these were his eight noble path things, and he tried everything to make sure that people understand this. And also he also Gautam Buddha also did extreme fasting, abstinence from food. He used to eat very less. He also did breath suppression. He tried many techniques before this meditation. There is also, I read that there is a breath suppression technique, painful breath control, self torture. He went through many things to understand enlightenment. He went into deep meditation with teachers, and I'm just sharing this because I I saw that how much he went into self torture, and so much he did to get this enlightenment and to share this to whole humanity, that what is meditation and how to do anapanasati and how you can gain enlightenment. So the final thing teachings were that Buddha said that he had many past lives where he kept wandering and suffering. He saw his own past lives and he suffered because he did not know that what creates this suffering. After deep meditation, he discovered the builder of his life. The builder is the craving, the Trishna, which we say the Trishna. And we create our own suffering. We are always creating our own suffering by our own thoughts, our own intentions. He also explained that our mind has many negative qualities: greed, jealousy, judgments, ego, anger. These are like parts of a house that keep our suffering going. The main support, the root cause is ignorance. We are totally living in ignorance. When wisdom arises, ignorance is destroyed. And apodipo bhava were his words, means be a light to yourself, and help yourself more. Thank you very much for this presentation. I hope you guys like my presentation. I will just stop the sharing. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Tanvi. It was a wonderful presentation, and we also got revised what Pradeep sir has taught us. I think
Yes.
importantly,
Yes.
this is required for us also to all the eightfold path and four noble path. I think repeatedly we have to hear. At
Yes.
any
Yes.
deviation, we come back, come back. Yeah, nice, nice. The stories. Yeah, this was new to me, the story when he was born, right? The seven steps. Is it from the like some priest who predicted that he took seven steps, or is it practically?
When no, actually, when Buddha was going to be born,
Uh,
there were a lot of indications. There were a lot of things happening around, and it is said that whenever a master is going to be born, uh, the mother is usually going to be in a standing position, and
Mm.
when he gets born, he will take 7 steps. So when the
Oh.
master is born, it is said that this is how they are born. The
Mm.
mother delivered the baby standing near
Standing.
a tree, and that's how he took 7 steps.
Mm, mm, mm.
And then he
Okay.
declared that this is my last birth. So everybody kind of knew that something very big is going to happen, and big is happening. So lots of people were coming to see him, and lots of celebrations were happening. But usually the king wanted to hide everything because he didn't wanted his son to become a holy man, a monk.
Mm,
So that was his purpose, to try to, shadow him from everything. So it's a very interesting story that whatever was going to happen, it's going to happen no matter what, how much you try to shadow with everything. So that's why I chose him, because it's a very wonderful story.
mm. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, anyone else would like to share or comment or anything? Please unmute yourself.
Hi. It is somebody is doing it.
Yeah. Yes, Jangal.
Yes. See, it's a wonderful presentation, beautiful explanation, and a lot of new insights I got it from your presentation. I think that is something which, because when they are a great master born, the lot of things was there, but somehow it was not. We have not got that kind of insights when we are hearing about Gautam Buddha. I think you brought it beautifully about his childhood, and also see, which is so clear to me now, when he came out, he saw the suffering. That is the point of awakening for him, actually. That
Yes.
was really awakened. Why this happening?
Right.
Yeah, that's what is travel about, finding the truth. Then what is the right answer I will get? And also he
Yes.
has struggled a lot. 5 years, I heard about 5 years going from guru after the guru, but he could not find any answer. As you rightly said, every guru taught something, new thing, but it was
Yes.
not satisfied him.
No.
That is what, he finally decided. I think that is all. I think that's all his own soul plan, that finally he has
Yes.
to
Yes.
attain nirvana like that.
Exactly, and he had to sit with himself. Like, see, whenever even Pradeep sir say that go within, go within. So that was it, that he had to go within. First, he tried from all the teachers and everything. He restricted food. He self tortured his body, and he became very thin. And there is lot of written about how
Is
he
bony.
tortured
Yeah,
himself. For six
correct.
years, he went through this just to get enlightenment.
Yeah, there is a comparison which I am finding it. See, Gautama Buddha and ourselves, when we compare it, we also go through several of the experiences. From starting from Bhakti Yoga,
Yes.
some people, Jnana Yoga, some people only reciting, everybody has gone through various steps, we all gone through that. We also
Def-
linked with various masters, even in this lifetime. Even
Definitely.
when our own present journey, if you reflect it, we get
Yes.
connected with many masters through this Swadhyaya.
Yes.
Swadhyaya session is connecting to many masters. Each master is bringing a new wisdom. New, yeah, there is a different path to pursue. Therefore, we are also getting to expose to that. We are imbibing that knowledge. Therefore, it is
Yes.
also our own self transformation. It's also our
Exactly.
own enlightenment travel. This is a typical comparison we can make between Gautam Buddha. What is happening to us? We got connected with Brahmarshi Patriji. Then there are other astral masters. Then
Yes.
the real physical master, like our great grandmaster Pradeep
Pradeep.
Vijay Master. He is connected now with us.
Yes.
Because it's all same thing. Then every master we connected, we get some insights. Every master we connect, some it's opening. Yeah,
Yes.
right. That is right. We get
Yes.
enlightened in every master corrections. I think this is a beautiful time for all of us, and which we are, coming together. Why this master's presentation? Everything. Those who this will go through, many people also will see, because there it is going to uh, uh, lit a light to somebody else.
Yes.
For us
Yes.
today itself, there are quite a few new points which we are not
Yes.
aware of it. There is also enlightenment for us. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Tanviji. I think your presentation really beautiful presentation with
Thank you.
beautiful pictures and very systematic of presenting it, been very synthesized manner. But every wisdom is you brought out fourfold path. That is the very first thing. Then eightfold path.
Yeah.
Everything. Finally, one thing he said it, which I'm still not able to get that answer. He never talked about God. He
No.
never ever talked about the uttering of the word God. I
No.
am wanting to know, because all other people, all many masters will say they talk about God, Almighty. I don't know what he is actually talking about. Basically, it's a consciousness. I think his main focus is only on
Yeah,
consciousness.
he never talked about God, and he
Yes,
usually
this is
avoided
something which
any
I always
question.
wondering
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. Because I have heard the stories, I have read also that few of the questions people were not allowed to ask him. One of them was about God, and I think few were about ladies or something. But few questions people were not allowed to ask, and one of them was about God. That is there any God or this is I have heard. I'm not sure it is a reality, but. Yeah, maybe it could be that he didn't talk about God. He
Why?
didn't want.
Because then I got an answer differently. See, they say that you are a God, you
Yes,
are the image of God,
yes,
eh? You are the lineage of God. That is what Mahathir Babaji says in his book, which I read it, Unified book.
yes,
You have got all the qualities of the God. Why you
yeah,
are undermining yourselves? That's what he says. But unfortunately, we are not aware of our own qualities, which we have
yes,
already inside. He also said that all you are all knowing intelligence, he says. All the knowledge, all the wisdom is in you, which you don't
yes.
know.
Which you
Uh,
don't know.
which
Yes,
we don't
yes,
know. Everything is within us. Nothing is
definitely.
outside. Now, this is what Mahatma Prabhuji, when I was reading the book, The Unified, there is a course book, and which he is very clearly bringing out a lot of wisdom. In that, he said, he is listing out what are the qualities of you and the God. Where is the
Oh,
difference? You are abundant. He says that I am love, I am light. I am happiness, I am bliss, I am. He is talking about I am happiness, I am bliss, I am joy. He is talking about
oh,
everything you. You are abundance. I am abundance. God is abundance. I am abundance.
wow.
Nothing, because we are undermined. That's what they say. No, never ever
Yeah,
utter word that I am poor, I am suffering, because the thought itself is make us to go through the same experience. Therefore,
ex
all the God qualities. That's what he says that you recite. You just keep telling yourself, I am the image of God. I
no.
no, therefore it goes into a subconscious mind. Slowly it replaces the subconscious mind. He's just
Yeah.
listing out. So if you have an opportunity to read that book, the Unified, it's a beautiful book, and mm, it's a
Yeah, I
course.
have heard about that. I haven't
A
read that,
course.
but yes,
It
I
is
have
a
heard.
course. If you could
Okay.
read, it's a course for 6 months.
Yes.
I
Okay.
myself have done that course. I've gone
Okay.
through myself, and I found it a lot of relevance in this present. And he clarifies a lot of, especially the God itself. You are God.
Oh, oh.
Patriarchs are himself is there. My dear masters, my dear gods, my
God.
dear friends.
He always used to say
Our
that. Yeah.
Patriarch master actually introduced that in the beginning. Yeah, you
Yeah.
are God. Why are you
You are
falling
God.
on my feet?
Yes.
He will kick people who are falling in his feet.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
these are
true.
all some of the
And
beautiful
I
experiences.
think in I read from many websites, the Sutta Central and Buddha.org. When he was going to be born, something was happening. There were a lot of rains and showers, and people like magically knew that small incidents were happening with him. So people knew that this is something special. So every way he's his father knew that this boy is going to be a monk no matter what. but every incident that was happening with him, it was happening constantly, magically, and everything. So everyone at the end knew that he is not going to live in this palace. He is definitely going to leave this palace and do something on his own. So
It was
after he
projected.
became a Buddha, everybody was like ready, and people kept on coming to him constantly for his guidance and everything. And I think it was an enlightened master. So
Yeah.
I think he didn't talk about God because he was an enlightened master. So I think there's no use of talking about God then.
No, no, it is about the consciousness. Everything is
Yes,
a
yes,
consciousness.
yes. It
There
is
is
about
no,
consciousness, right?
everything
So
is
that's why he
energy.
didn't talk about God.
Everything
Yes,
is, that we are, because for our own, to relate something, the kind of figure we are, whether Lord
yes,
Shiva will be like this, Ganesha will be
definitely,
like this, you
definitely.
know,
We have made our own images. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's basically we need to relate to at that stage of our life.
Yes,
Therefore, the idol worship is nothing wrong. Nothing is
yeah,
right, nothing is no wrong. But that is relevant, that was
yes,
in that context, that
yes,
situation. But
yes,
the truth is the consciousness, very,
yes,
very clear.
yes. We are all
That we
consciousness.
all are realizing
Yeah,
what is consciousness all about? What that is all about awareness, all about the qualities which we already have, that God
yeah,
qualities within us.
yeah.
I think
Thank you
True.
so
Kalyani ji,
much. Thank you
yeah.
so much, Rashmi ji,
Thank you,
for the
Jangal sir.
wonderful opportunity you have been creating to
Thank you.
discuss a lot of unknown things and
Yes.
getting to know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kalyani
Thank you.
ji, you can unmute yourself. Thank you, Jangal sir. Yeah.
Super presentation, Tanviji. I went somewhere. I went into meditation, listening your presentation. So it's very very beautiful presentation. I think Buddha is an incarnation from Vishnuji. I heard somewhere. Do you have any idea about it? Vishnu,
I
Vishnu,
no, I haven't heard about Vishnu. No,
No,
Lord Vishnu.
no.
no, because
Maybe
I
we don't know that. These are all some of the thing which we never
Because in
yeah,
knew.
Puranas, Hindu
I
Puranas.
haven't heard about Vishnu. No, Gautam Buddha and Vishnu. No, I haven't heard or read
Mm,
anywhere.
mhm,
It
mhm.
can be true, but I haven't read.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
even I have heard that incarnation, the numbering of the incarnation, no,
Mm.
Dashavatara of Vishnu, somewhere,
Dashavatara, so Buddha is the last
the,
avatar.
somewhere even I have heard it, but we can't know what is
Yeah,
what.
Mm.
because we won't know. Yeah, exactly. Because I have heard like he's an avatar and he's a enlightened master, but not Vishnu's something. I haven't heard about that.
I also
M-
not
Or
heard.
read about that. No.
Maybe his higher self, I think so, but okay.
Yeah, yeah. That can
Maybe.
be. That can be.
Maybe.
Yes, yes. That is possible. Yeah.
Mm. Thank you,
Uh,
Tanviji. Thank you.
Thank
Lot of information.
thank you.
Mm.
Beautiful.
Nice presentation, Master. My question is it is easily said that desire and attachment is the reason for suffering, and we have to let go of the desire and attachment. Is it so easy to let go the desire or attachment? We have so much attachment towards our kids like daughter or son, and we are focusing more on outer beauty also, although we are meditating being women. External beauty we are definitely giving some focus on, like what steps are you people taking to give up this desire and attachment? Any tips so that I can also follow?
Haripriya ji, I will definitely say it is not easy to let go of attachments. It is not easy to let go of desires. But first step, I believe in my life also, I had gone through certain incidences and I felt painful incidences where I was so much attached and everything, and I have went through it. And in my experience, I will say that after starting meditation, even after realizing this, that these attachments are causing me suffering, that was my first step of realizing what I need to do. So the more I did meditation, I'm not saying that I'm totally out of it and I'm not attached to anyone in the world. I'm not saying that. But yes, realizing the truth that everything has to go, everything has to change, no matter what. This realization only helped me go less into attachment. Yes, still am attached. Yes, I am still feeling sometimes pain. Pain is always going to be there no matter what. But still, when you understand the truth that this is not permanent, and Buddha always explained that everything is impermanent. No matter what you do, everything is impermanent. So when you realize this small truth, anything happens, first thing you will recognize, okay, this was not permanent. Maybe I attach myself, but knowing the truth, instead of people who are sleeping totally, we are, as a meditator, we can take steps and do more meditation and help ourselves. This is in my experience, I'm saying. Other
Okay.
people can share their experiences.
Yeah. Jangal Surya, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, say you have raised a very beautiful question. I think this we have been hearing from all the masters. Desire is a must. Without a desire, we will not have any karma. That is number one. Number two, what is told to us, we are all divine being, came to the earth planet to have a earthly experiences. That is the earth planet experience will have all the things. We need everything. We need all the material requirement. These are all decided. But one thing, third thing which we need to know that you enjoy everything in life, but just enjoy, no attachment. We are having today a beautiful house, enjoy. We are having a beautiful car, enjoy. You have a lot of money, you use the money and enjoy. But there is something which we need to follow, that righteousness. That is very, very
Mm.
important. Whatever we
Yeah.
do, we need to follow the righteousness. That is what Pradeep Master continued to say. See, enjoy the life on the planet Earth and don't suppress anything. Whatever you want, you enjoy. But follow the righteousness, which is right, which is not right. How to earn money is, even the Buddha's eightfold path itself is there. No, when we are earning
Yeah.
the money, you have to have a right livelihood. That means
Yeah.
you earn in the right way. Therefore, you are following the righteousness. Therefore, desire is not at all a wrong thing, but we need to enjoy the life on the planet Earth. That is what the purpose. We are all here. In that we gain experiences, we build up karma, then we pay back all the karma in the different several lifetime in several stages. Finally, we reach a state. Aha! This life is nothing. This is all Maya illusion. Then we fall into the path of meditation, fall in the path of deep spirituality. Therefore, desire for me, we need to have a desire. We need, without a desire, we cannot earn our life. We
Yeah.
cannot
And
lead a life.
yeah, and also I remembered that even Osho said that enjoy your luxuries, enjoy your car, enjoy everything, but don't let it become your master. That's what
Mm.
Osho said. Enjoy everything, every relationship, every property, everything you have, all the comforts, all the luxuries, but don't let it become your master. So that's what Osho said, and even our Pradeep sir said, right, that pain is inevitable, but suffering is your choice. So
Okay.
to suffer or to not suffer, that is your choice. Pain is gonna happen. Even in attachments, pain is definitely there. Pain always happens. But to suffer or not suffer is your choice.
Yeah, I
Right.
I I remember a story somewhere I read in Life Positive something like there was a house which was burning, so the old man he started crying. He has three sons. So the first son came and they were dozing off, the neighbors and everyone water with water. And the first son came running and saying, "No need to cry at all because we had a deal which was almost going to sign. So, no need to cry because it is no more our house." So they were just in a witness mode, crying and all stopped. Then the second son comes rushingly. Why you're not sad? Why this is our own house? Because agreement signature was not done at all. It was okay, verbally we had discussed, but signature on the agreement was not there. So we are not sure whether he'll agree or not, the buyer, about this. Now it has set the fire. So there is a chance. So again they started crying, father and the son. Then the third son slowly after comes out, no need to worry. He is a man of a word, the buyer. He said, since we have agreed verbally, so even if the signature is not done, the property is mine. So again they started, no crying. So imagine the attachment. It is a very good example of attachment. When they were attached to
Yeah.
the house, they started crying. When they got the
Mm.
information that the property is no more theirs, they were detached, and then witness
Mm.
mode, no more crying. So I think the story clearly explains, the suffering, the pain. Yes, house is burning, it is inevitable, but then it is the choice, as you said, suffer or not suffer. When we detach from that, yes, then the suffering automatically
Mm.
ends.
Yeah. Yes.
What I understood is excessive desire. See, what I need,
Greed.
to that extent, we need to have the desire to whatever we need to achieve. What I feel that what Lord Buddha said, it's a excessive desire. I think that is what the interpretation would be, I think. We need not to
Mm.
have excessive desire. We need to have a desire, not what I need to have, right?
Yeah.
To
Mm.
live on that planet happily.
That's what Pradeep sir said, right? The world has everything what you need, but it doesn't have everything for your greed. Right? That's what he
Correct.
used to say. So
This,
for greed, you have to see where you're getting greedy. So until you are fulfilling your needs, everything is okay. All desires are okay.
Yesterday I attend
all our
SARS.
needs to be fulfilled.
Sorry. Yesterday I attend SARS class, Telugu class. Then SAR said that we are not here for Vairagya. We are here for enjoy everything.
Hmm.
So then immediately I book a saree of 15,000 and actually I'm very confused. I recently brought 32 grams of gold. So every time I want to buy anything, some spiritual feeling is kept stopping me.
Mhm.
So this is what my yes, we
Thank you,
have to
ma'am.
enjoy everything.
But there is one question also from my side. Like when you are into too, meditating a more and reading books, automatically you don't feel that you want money, or you want
Yeah,
Mm,
you
gold,
yes.
lose
you want property.
interest in the
So,
material.
so
Material interest is gone.
yeah, you totally
Yeah.
nil. Like Buddha's one story is there, no? If there is a cloth, until it is torn, you don't buy another one. The torn one is used for mopping, and the mopping,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
you come to that stage. So then where is the desire? So it is a very thin line, I
Both are
feel.
contradictory actually.
Yeah.
No, it's a fine line that
Paradoxes.
we
Yeah,
have
I know
to.
spiritual paradoxes.
Middle path. It's a very fine line. We should
Mm,
not
Middle path.
cross.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Thank
yeah.
you, thank you,
Thank
masters.
you
thank
so
you.
much. It was a very nice session and very brainstorming session. It jolted us to go deep within. Yeah, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you,
Definitely.
Tanvi, for bringing. Yeah,
Thank you,
it
Thank
was
everybody.
you.
a
Thank
great
you, everyone.
enlightenment.
Thank
Masters.
you,
Thank you.
everyone, for joining. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
masters.